Hi, so my name is Tafadzwa, and this is me standing right here. Right, and next to me right here, there's the Queen, Vimbai Zimuto. Yeah, she's smiling. Right, so this is a video review where it's a different kind of review. I will be playing Vimbai's video, Vukani, in the background. So this is Vimbai, Zimuto. Yeah, so VZ. VZ, VZ. Yeah, so I'll be playing a video in the background. There will be no sound. If you want to watch the video, the link is available in the description of this video if you want to watch the actual video. But for those of you that have already watched the video, oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. Let me use the sound. Right. So for those of you that have already watched the video, you will... Oh, I have to pause this and talk a bit. Yeah, for those of you who have already watched the video, you will know that this is a beautifully made video. So what I'm going to be doing here as part of my blog, visuallyafrican.com, I will be just dissecting this video. Yeah, and I'll start off here. The amount of work, I mean, if you look here, like this body has got like veins all over here, like it's just amazing. The amount of work that Vimbai Zimuto is putting in a content, I don't think people appreciate it enough. I mean, it's just, this is not her, but this dancer who is not to Vimbai has so much expense and detail that has been invested on her. Normally, when someone does like a music video, most of the money goes on the main artist. But this is just one of her dancers. It's amazing to see such care and detail. I mean, this is... I don't even know how long this video is going to be. I need to make this short, but if I keep pausing like this is going to become too long because it's just breathtaking. If you look at the hairs on this horse here, it's just... I hesitated. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't want to dissect this particular video. And the reason is I'm struggling. I watched it in advance, obviously, and I struggled to find pointers, because when you're doing something, when you're analyzing something, you need to have the bad, right, on one side, and then you need to have the good on the other side, right? And once you've tallied it all up, you can say, I'm done with the video. But I'm going to be honest with you. In this particular video, it's just visually. I mean, someone can say, I don't like the song, as a personal preference of themselves, like that's how they feel. And I'm not here to force you to like the song or force you to like the lyrics. I'm just here, like you've noticed, I don't even have the track playing. I just look at visuals without even listening to the words, without listening to the message, without listening to the sound. I don't even care that much about the sound. I mean, Zimbabwe has come a long way in terms of sound, but visuals need some focus, and in this case, these visuals are good. Okay, let me just let it play, right? And this is strange because normally I'm meant to stop and say something, yes, but we'll just keep watching and keep admiring, right? Oh, here we have to pause a bit. I started these videos, right? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you have 11 masks, and not just masks, but each mask is on its own bamboo stick. I don't know if this is bamboo, maybe, I don't know. It looks like, because it's got these divisions. And all of this stuff had to be put in place. Even the plastic, the black plastic that's down there, and the location. If there's anything I dislike about Zimbabwean videos, for the most part, is that each time you see a video, there's always some random person standing in the background looking at your dancer. If the dancer is Amara Brown, or in this case Vimbai Zimuto, or whoever, they always attract a crowd. And I'm not a fan of people who who are not blending in properly. And in this case, we don't have such an issue because they picked a beautiful location and they worked really hard, as far as I can see, to make it, I don't know, visually appealing. Right. I've yeah, I have nothing more to say, so I'll just let this roar in the background, and I'll repeat something that I said before one last time, and that is, I actually, part of me said don't do. Okay, yes, let me pause here. Part of me said don't do this video, don't don't analyze this video. The reason is I looked at the video in advance. I looked at it multiple times, and the purpose of these blog posts and these vlogs, like they are video blogs, the purpose of these vlogs that I do is I want to celebrate Zimbabwean music video directors. I want to celebrate Zimbabwean artists who are investing in their music videos. I want to celebrate all the stuff that's happening locally, but I need to do it in a way where I can balance off the scales by saying, here's the good, here's the bad, and the scales on this are just, they're just so one-sided for too much. Like, I'll try and stop the video now only when I've seen something that's drastically bad. But let me compliment how the hair she has here changes completely from what she had here, It's just different from the black hair to the white hair, the costume, everything. Even the location is looking drastically different. So, like I said, I'll now wait for the bad stuff and try and highlight that so that this just doesn't become a hype video. I love the fire, but I'm no longer going to be talking about the good stuff. I mean, the fire, the detail, everything is well done. In fact, before we proceed, I might as well scrub through. Oh, okay, there's a guy that's coming up. All right, let me go back and highlight something. Right now, the music video is almost halfway through. So I've got a timeline. You can't see the timeline where the video starts here and the video ends here. And you can't see the timeline. But right now, we are somewhere around here. Almost halfway through. Right, so there's something I want you to notice now that we're like I said here. Let me go back. We're almost halfway through, but this lady here who has all this detail, all the detail that I mentioned before, she has only appeared for like a few seconds. I mean, the video, like I said, the timeline from where the video started to where she appeared, because she appears like somewhere here in the video, and half of the video is somewhere here, and we're almost halfway through with the video, and all this detail was only used like for a moment in time, like for a very short moment, which is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds or something like that, and the reason why I'm highlighting that specific thing is that there's a problem that we have as artists. I guess I might as well try and find where I was and just let it play. Yeah, I mean, I might as well scrub through the rest of this video because they held firm to the quality. So I've pushed even beyond the halfway mark. Okay, so we're about to introduce new visuals. So yeah, somewhere there. Right, so what I was saying with the... Okay, yeah. What I was saying before with the other lady that's got all the veins, the black veins that are painted on her and all that stuff, right? Is that after putting so much work in that makeup, most artists would force the model to be in as many scenes as possible, because you'll be like, Marieda ingamboindra mahara, we have to make sure that she gets seen throughout the video, But in this case, no, we are like going through the video, and I watched it beforehand, you go through quite a chunk of the video, and you've only seen her in those few seconds, and I cannot praise Vimbai, Zimuto, and the video makers, the people who helped with everything that was involved by video action. I can't praise them enough for the discipline it must have taken. Because sometimes when you're filming, there's something that you like. You could say, oh, I love this shot. I love it. I love this scene. I love this clip. But if it's not fitting in, you have to say to yourself, I'm taking it out. Or you have to say to yourself, this clip only fits in on my timeline, it only fits in here, and it only fits in there. I'm not going to reuse it 200 times just because it was an expensive clip, which is something that's common with things like with the drone shots. You know, when someone has a drone on set and then their drone records footage for them, even where the footage doesn't fit in, there's always this tendency of wanting to put it in there because drone footage is expensive, you know. But let's resume and continue. But before we continue, I want you to see again that the hair once again has changed. The costume has completely changed. In normal situations, this would have been the main costume in someone else's video. But in this case, no, it's there. It's like her third one or fourth one in the video, you know. So that's amazing. And look at how vastly different each scene and location or whatever is. Right, okay, now I'm about to point out something. Oh, okay, no, let me go back. Right, something that if I'm going to try and hunt for a negative, something that people should always look for when they are doing videos are reflections. Sometimes when you get a mirror, right, the cameraman or videographer needs to watch out that they don't end up coming out in the mirror, because mirrors reflect. Cars also do that, they reflect. And even things like sunglasses, when someone is wearing sunglasses and you get close to them with the camera, we end up seeing you in their glasses. And it's not always good unless you have a very unique style of how you're doing the video. Reflections are something you should avoid. Now, having said that, if you look here, and this is me now drawing at straws, trying to force a negative, and I can't even force it, and I'll explain why I say I can't even force it. When you look here, you're going to see that there's what appears to be a light. It's possible that it's in the next room, but it's also possible that it's in this room, and it's probably located somewhere down, I don't know, here. This here seems to be some kind of a light that's reflecting on these windows. Now, here's why I said I can't really fault it as a negative, because it's so hidden, you can't even notice it. And even when the camera moves, like if you go back in the video where this scene is, if you look at time and time again, there are some times where it's more visible than how it is now. But when it's more visible, it's so circular that it also fits in with the rest of these circles. Like it's just, whether it's by design that this is like that or not, either way, it fits in with these umbrellas that are there on the set. So, like I said, I only mentioned this whole reflection issue because it's an issue on some other videos. But here, I had to point it out. Like I said, it's a very difficult video to fault because it's well polished. Now we're back to this lady. Oh, she went, but she'll be coming back. But this is what I wanted to point out before, like that lady with all the veins on her skin and stuff. Here's our timeline again. So here's the end of the video, and here's where the beginning of the video is. We initially saw her round about here, right? And now where we are, we're somewhere around here. where the video is almost ending and she now gets to come back. And why I keep mentioning her is because that takes a lot of discipline to say, we've got an expensive costume, or we've got an expensive set of makeup or whatever, but we will only use it here and there and there. And now let me take you back to one additional thing that I might say I didn't really like. I don't know if it's going to come back again. Okay, no, it's not coming back. So I have to loop back and try and find it. Hopefully I can catch it quickly. There's one. Okay, yeah. I don't know if I'll get the shot where it was more prominent. I don't love this shiny stick. I'm not a fan of it. But I guess the shine also blends in with the shine on everything else. But I would have preferred something for this stick. I would have preferred something with more texture. Something maybe like this here. I don't know. It feels more aluminium, or not as, that's the one other thing that I remember which sticks out from yeah, here you can also see how highly visible that's when I most noticed it. And I don't know, like not for me. But like I said, this is me now trying to force matters. Yeah, the video was well made, and now we'll just kind of see it through to its end. But I've nothing else more to say. I don't have anything else to say. Yeah. Now, part of why I did this, I've just paused the video, and let me draw a little crown here. Right. So part of why I did this video is sometimes we, the people, the viewers, don't always appreciate the amount of work that artists are putting in their videos. Okay, maybe not all artists put the same level of work in their videos, and even the same artists can sometimes put a lot of work in one video and then they go down and don't put as much work in the next video. It happens. But I want you to imagine, look here, there's this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just imagine the amount of work that went into attaching each of these ribbons into the back of these. Like, it's just... And all of this, I don't think Vimbai uses any of this stuff in a bedroom or anything like that, Yeah, all of this is purely for the music video, unless she's going to put these things in a kitchen, which I don't think so. I guess she could. She might as well, because it took a lot of work to make this stuff, but all of that work was only being put into something that's going into this video. Yeah, so this is part of the reason why I am making these Visually African videos. So like I said before, the name of my blog is visuallyafrican.com. I hope you've enjoyed this. Cheers.